As you can see, my brothers here, Lawrence and Tommy, that's who their direct descendancies from Toholson. And our side of the family, he's come from another side of a family of what we call one of our great 10 elite war chief, Sate Daoede, Pete Babar. From that particular son, daughter, her name was Pompayo. That's who we are from on the maternal side of the family. That's how close relations we are here. From there, she had a daughter named Blanche Gopom, Spotted Bird. And from him, our Conte, Yale Spotted Bird Sr. That's our Conte. That's our grandpa. And then you have here my brothers, Lawrence and Tommy. In that same aspect, those are my own folks as well on my mother's side, Velma Ahedi Kozad. We come from Dombeirama. That's the daughter of Toholson, as the brother to Bawda. That's how close relation we have in our relationship amongst our Kiowa blood. As we try to do the best we can to explain who we are, our foundation of our Kiowa people, who we come from, why we sit at that drum and we sing these beautiful songs of the Time Pegunga. As many of you call it, the gourd dance. To our Kiowa people, it's pertaining to a red skunk berry, and that's a particular society that my Bobby, he's a part of. He was initiated in that society, the Taipei Society. He's also a part of the Ohoma Society Lodge. He's been taken into that. He was tagged some years ago during the time our grandpa, Mac Whitehorse, was a bustle keeper of the Ton Sa, that bustle that came from the Omaha people. And we still have that original bustle amongst our Kiowa people, particularly our Whitehorse family. We have our ceremonies every summer. And I'm glad that my sons got to come out here to help my brother Tommy. They were initiated in the Ohoma this past summer. And it's been a very, very wonderful thing that to see our young ones partake in this way here. My Bobby Lawrence, he's a Navy veteran in the Vietnam era. And he's also been initiated in one of our top elite societies still alive today, is what we call the Kiowa Tong Konga. It's a very sacred ceremony we have every October in Oklahoma, particularly what we call Indian City, south of Anadarko. That society, it's strictly Kiowa. You have to be Kiowa to be a part of that society. You have to be in the military society, military armed forces, to be in that society. My brother, Tommy, and Lawrence, they were initiated in that society. And I'm very, very honored, and I'm very, very proud of my brothers, the accomplishments that they accomplished. Yeah, excuse me, because I'm over emotional. I get to talk for my brothers. I don't get to see them all the time. Onde how I feel talking for my family here, my own blood family on my mom's side. A lot of you know my dad, Leonard Kozad Sr. You know the Kozad drum. Y'all know who we are. But this is our family on our mom's side of the family. I'm very proud of my brothers. I want to publicly acknowledge them amongst you good, kind people that came over here to come listen to the songs that they rendered this afternoon for your listening enjoyment. Maybe somebody out here is not feeling well or going through something, or maybe you're in mourning just like me. You want to feel good. Maybe this music here may touch you somewhere, somehow. I want you to take that home with you. On behalf of my Bobbies here, I want you to take that with you from our Kiowa people, from our Kiowa chairman, our leader, our Get-I-T, how we call him. He's a leader. And that's what I want to tell you to you good people on behalf of my family here, my Spotted Bird family. I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of them because they come from another war chief, Apiton, Feather Lance. He was one of our leaders of Atay Pegunga. He was very instrumental in that. And in part, he was part Sioux, from what we know, from what my dad told me. So in that, we're descendants of our Dakota Sioux people. So we want to say, Wupila to all our Sioux relatives. We want to say, aho, for you coming over here and to acknowledge that who we are, where we come from. That's who we are. This is my family here. I just want to say that much to you. I didn't want to take too much of your time, but my brother Tommy wanted me to talk to you good people, to acknowledge who our family is. Now you know who my brothers are, where they come from. They come from war chiefs, very prominent war chiefs amongst our Kiowa people. We're very proud of the fact that who we are. We try our best to uphold these songs and dance of the Atay Pegunga. I'm very proud that we could come over here and share this with you good, kind people. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to the family and to the MCs. Sige, aho.
All right, thank you for those beautiful words. Thank you to the Spotted Bird family here and all these family members that came over here to show their love and support. And that's what it's all about. You know, we have certain ways, certain protocols that we try to follow here during our gourd dance session here. You know, our Kiowa relatives they hold it with high respect. And so this is a part of it like that. So we want to say thank you to Segi and Tommy and Lawrence. And on behalf of the family here and our good friends, we would just say welcome and thank you to all the dancers that came out and showed their love and support for the family. And that's what it's all about. But yeah, it's about 5:30-ish. We're going to go ahead and continue to sing and dance for about another, 45 minutes to an hour. However Tommy's feeling this evening. We might want to go all night. God.
Be like a colony powwow. Land of the midnight grand entry.
Yeah.
Oh, our relatives there.
I went to Colony one time and barefoot one time. Grand entry is at midnight.
Dancing in with coat on.
In my jammies. It's good.
Your feety pajamas. I got fully beaded feety pajamas.
Yeah.
Tradish guy.
Old school.
That's always right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm part Cheyenne too. Could check in every now and then.
Every now and then, go home, see our folks, and get that Keen style Cheyenne fry bread.
Yep. Check on James Black. James and Ed. No, just kidding. But yeah, we're here to enjoy ourselves. You know, thank you for those good words. Hey, that's good. Yeah, when you MC with your brother, all you do is giggle around up here.
It's like sitting in them benches around those tail dances, then getting pinched.
I know.
Just busting.
We was always
Pay
in
attention.
trouble, isn't it?
Be respectful.
No good.
We'd be at the Christmas dances there in Pawnee. They give us wiffle ball bats, ball. We'd be playing ball, just be hitting each other with them things. Me and my brother H and Curtis.
Ashley Pratt. God.
Yeah.
All right, at this time, we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to our center drum for another round of gore dance here as we continue on with this beautiful feeling, these beautiful songs, wonderful dancing. And again, we want to invite all you dancers, all you lady dancers to come on out. Let's fill this arena up. Grab your shawl, put it on, come jam.
Hey,
Thank you, singers, for those beautiful songs. That's what we're talking about right there. Providing us with that beautiful energy. Yeah, let them hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Let them hear it. That's what it's all about right there. Good singing, good dancing, provide us with that good energy. You know, maybe some way, somehow, through the spirit of our grandpa drum here, we could all take something good home with us to our home fires, and your families could be blessed from the youngest to the oldest. That's our wishes and our prayers for each and every one of you. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, as Native people, you know, we're raised with good teachings, and it's our responsibility to move on down this journey of life, you know, with good teachings, good respect, consideration, all that, all those good things that we learn, you know, through the traditional ways and the traditional beliefs that we have as Native people. And as Brother James made mention earlier, you know, this dance here that comes from our Kiowa relatives, our families back home, and it's really good to see it out here, you know, and our relatives, you know, they try our best to tell the story and how it's supposed to be and where it came from and things like that. And so I'm always thankful to Tommy and my Segi out there, Rusty, you know, always sharing good advice, and that's what it's all about. And sometimes, you know, Brother James and I up here, we're kind of middle links, you know, between the younger generation and the older generation. And once upon a time, you know, I was in the ceremony, and one of my grandpas, he said, you know, grandson, he said, one of these days it's going to be up to you young people to carry on all these ways. He says, someday we're not going to be here. And today we look around and it's that way. So to see these three young boys sitting at that drum, it's something very special. And so we want to say thank you to your parents, and thank you to those young men that came out here to sing and learn like that. That's what it's all about. At one time, that was James and I, you know, when we're sitting by our dads singing and trying to learn our best, you know, learn everything we could. So I just feel good tonight. Wanted to share that much with each and every one of you, you know, as we make our way through this gourd dance session here on this beautiful Friday night.
Yeah, first day of Gathering of Nations. We had an amazing first session of the powwow. We had some amazing musical performances to bring that energy up. You know, before this evening, we you know, drop the energy just a bit, but bring those good feelings up, you know, by having this gourd dance here. And we got an extra bit of time to do so. You know, that first session ended a little earlier, so we were a little ahead of schedule, and they were like, you know, just give it to those gourd dancers, you know. More of these songs, more of this feeling. And so we were sure glad about that, and, you know, glad to see each and every one of you out here. You know, it's a beautiful way to share, beautiful way to, you know, continue on. Like he said, you know, being, you know, our age, who we are, you know, we've got these, you know, elder veteran MCs up here. You know, Vince, if you're watching out there, we're sure thinking about you. You know, Dennis here, you know, and Ruben. You know, there's a lot of MCs that sat on this stage and doing what we're doing here, you know, hosting and sharing information and speaking on behalf of our people. To all of you folks out there, and maybe who's watching on the internet broadcast on gatheringofnations.com and all that. You know, we also want to remind you good folks over here, if you've got one of those singer chairs, you know, and we're not trying to step on toes or offend anybody, but, you know, we're going to make sure that all of those chairs get returned to those singers' areas, because, you know, without these drums, we wouldn't be having this dance here. You know, these drums come to, they're competing, but they're sharing their music. They're sharing their love of singing with each and every one of you, whether it's on the internet at home or if you're here live in the stands. You know, these songs are a gift from them to that dance that they're singing for those intertribals, for all the dancers there. And so that we'd really appreciate you guys later on if y'all return them chairs right over to where you got them, over to that side. There's should be so many at each one, and we'll do a good count before we get drum roll call on and all that. So just wanted to make a quick announcement on that. And, appreciate those gentlemen out there at that drum. We like to enjoy ourselves here, having a good time, sharing these, speaking on behalf of this dance and our relatives at home. We just want to take care of a few of those things and make sure our other singers are taken care of. There's a lot of us here. There's so many drums that like to be here. There are 2 sets of drums each session, and they rotate. So there'll be the daytime session one day, and there'll be the nighttime session the next. All these drums competing for, big money, a lot of prestige, sitting around those drums. These guys right here, Joaquin and him right beside me, been here plenty of times singing and winning contests and, traveling all over. And so these guys are doing the same thing. So we're sharing this with all of our indigenous and non-indigenous relatives, this dance, these songs. As our Sagi Rusty said, you can't put it any better. That's what you can take home. You can take this good feeling home to your family. Pet your animals there. Hug your relatives at home. Go into all the rooms in your house and give, let that good feeling out. That's one of the ways you can do that. We were told as, young guys, they always told us, pay attention when you go to ceremonies, when you go to war dances, when you go to traditional events. Pay attention. One day that's going to be you. When you're a little kid, you can't ever imagine it being yourself. Even those veteran singers out there, one day they were, young teenagers, just getting out of the service, going to that drum, having those regalias on, or being taken by their grandpas out to that drum, learning everything they could, because one day, like our brother Tommy out there, he's good brothers with my brother years ago when they was at Haskell. He had a lot of respect and love for my dad, and seen him exchange some good stories, some good ways, and here they are. They've been head singers many times. Involved in those ceremonial societies at home many times. So it's good to see. It's a good thing to share here.
I didn't know Tommy went to Haskell. Hey.
Heard they was the dorm foosball champs. Couldn't be beat, they said.
Foosball champs. Uh-oh. Got to get in.
Billiards, he said too.
Got to get into them old stories.
As they call it, Haskell Olympics.
But
Darts, foosball, and billiards.
hey, Haskell Olympics. God. Yeah, at this time, I just got word to Tommy and Lawrence. They want to send a big shout out to their aunts, Sue Tinnequat, Mary Tinnequat, and their grandma Dorothy Whitehorse DeLone, watching live at home, chilling in that living room. Yeah, listening to the crew jam out. I heard. Where they at, in Carnegie? All right, they're back home watching the move, watching us live.
Seeing our shiny nose, shiny forehead. Real couple of quick powwow announcements. May 5th and 6th up at Montezuma Creek. Dance going on. I'll be helping out with MC duties there with Ernie Zaw. He'll be here that Friday, the 5th. Here in Albuquerque, they got the Red Road Sobriety Powwow going on. And then May 13th, I'm going to be MC at the IAIA Alumni Celebration Powwow up there in Santa Fe. So the Indian Art School, they have a powwow every spring. They honor their graduates and returning alumni, kind of a homecoming for them. So they asked me to MC that. And if you guys have announcements, bring them on up to us.
I guess we're coming to the age now where we become MCs, and I was telling my mom the other day, I said, I never saw myself sitting behind that microphone. Here I am 10 years later. But I'm not telling you how old I am. Hey. I'm kind of up there, but not really. Hey. Yeah. I can just tell you, the Smurfs was my favorite. And MASH and the Brady Bunch.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, G.I. Joe. Straight out of the 90s or late 80s. Remember when Nintendo became popular?
Man, your folks was doing good if you had Nintendo back in them days, man.
Contra was my game.
Be sitting there eating a sandwich, luncheon loaf and commodity cheese, playing Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, that's an Indian kid summer right there.
Boy, we had them keen grilled cheese sandwiches.
Ooh-wee. How many of you folks out there remember that commodity luncheon loaf? Meatball stew. That meatball stew was my blood type.
God. Had that homemade brisket in it.
Them cans of beef and pork and chicken. It's just like eating at a butcher, and every once in a while you have to take a piece of gristle out.
A piece? Only a few of us know about the old government handouts thing. Boy, I tell you one thing, when them eggs went up in price, boy, I started digging for them powdered eggs. I didn't have any more left. Hey.
All them ones we let get old and throw away. Dang, kind of wasted them.
All right, we're getting cut off, brother.
At this time, a good brother of ours, Mr. Hanson G, honoring our head court dancer, Mr. Dwayne Harris, from the Diné people, Navajo Nation, from the metropolis of Hogback. He is serving as our head court dancer here. He's a veteran, 30 years, IHS system. So even during COVID, he's working in a lab that processed tests, so we sure appreciate him. Part of that program, look after our Indian people. So come help us honor our brother, Mr. Dwayne Harris, Navajo Nation, affiliated with the Taipei Society back home in Oklahoma. once again, thank you for helping us honor our good brother here, Mr. Dwayne Harris, serving as our head gourd dancer. Brian Curley, we see you. Again, I'd like to recognize our brother Hanson Chi, veteran United States Marine Corps. Ahoo.
At this time, I have a special honoring over here on the north side for these two young boys that we made mention of earlier. They make us so proud to be sitting at that drum, singing these songs. It's them that are going to take it on into the future in a good way. They have good ways, good teachings. Kima ma dominipana kiha thimi hipana wanahikiki. Pasa kwithina no niana ne. Kiwawi amanipana. Get your monitor away. We ask our Creator to bless them on their journeys as they make footsteps in the sacred circle. We wish them well. As we wind this school year down, we pray for them. Be strong young men like that. Aho. All right, it's getting better and better. We want to say thank you to all you good, kind relatives that came out here to encourage these young boys in a good way. That's what it's all about right there. Ahoo. We still have room, dancers. Come on out, let's fill this arena up. It's time to shake some gourds and bust some beads. Wee-cha! Whee!
At this time, relatives, we are honoring our good brother here, the charge of the drum for this court dance session, Mr. Tommy Spotted Bird, veteran of the United States Marine Corps, Kiowa Nation of Oklahoma. Come help us honor this esteemed gentleman, this accomplished singer and straight dancer, also a member of Kiowa Gord Clan, traditional ceremonial society of Kiowa people.
All right. Thank you there, singers. Thank you, dancers. That was another round of beautiful gourd dance, singing and dancing. And I tell you what, boy, that energy in the air, it is awesome. They bringing that good vibe. So thank you to all you singers once again. Boy, I tell you what, our grandstands are filling up now. We're getting closer to our grand entry time. We have drum roll call scheduled for 6:45. Our evening grand entry will be 7 o'clock sharp, so dancers start getting them on, get ready. And don't forget, if you borrowed one of these black singing chairs, don't forget to take them back, because all of our singers will be rolling in here in a little bit. Even that, boy, we got some championship singers in the house. We got Larry White in the house. Woo-wee. Look at him. Look like he's walking in downtown Coeur d'Alene. God. No, just kidding. Downtown Spokane. But yeah, so keep in mind our singers will be coming around here pretty quick. We got a drum roll call scheduled, so if you're sitting in or around some of these black chairs over here in the drum area, just keep in mind they are for our singers. And so dancers, get them on, get ready. We're coming at you pretty quick. All right, we got the official word from the head man himself out there. We're going to have another round, one last round of gourd dance singing for this portion. And our first two songs. You got blanket? These first two songs are going to be our blanket dance songs. And then they're going to wind it down, and then we're going to take a little break right before we get ready for our grand entry. So that's the word from our arena staff. Boy, I tell you what, we got a nice looking audience out there. Well, from what I can see, it's kind of dark way over there because that light's right in my eyes. Ew. You know, we was talking about how all of our dancers and singers, they represent many different tribes from across both the United States and Canada. We come here to the largest celebration in North America. And I tell you what, you know, I'm really, really enjoying myself. We should have a tribal roll call. You guys ready? You know, we got a lot of different nations represented. Do we have any Kiowas in the house? Jeez. Do we have any Apaches in the house? Do we have any Pueblos in the house? What about our neighbors to the north? Do we have any Cree relatives in the house? Oh, man. Do we have any Navajo relatives in the house? Oh, man. Man, oh, man. All right. Yeah. Well, on behalf of the Powwow Committee, we want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Oh, but I had one friend down there say, what about crow? Do we have any crows in the house? Hey, that one little section. That must be the rowdy section. Hey, over there on the west side. Is that Jace up there? Yeah, just kidding. But yeah, we're here to make memories that'll last a lifetime here at the Coliseum. Oh, man. Gee, someone's already liking it. Yeah. All right, so that's the plan. We're going to wind her down with 4 songs here. Our first 2 will be our blanket dance songs. And then that'll be the end of this session. But we want to invite you back for tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have another round of gourd dance. So call a friend, text a family member, tell them to load their gourd and their beads up and head on over this way. And also, if you have any singers, relatives, we want to invite them to come on over and sing too, because we have an open drum. So Tommy says you are all invited. So anytime you're ready, Tommy, we'll go ahead and turn it on over to you as we wind her down for this afternoon session. Ahoo. You still have time, friends and relatives. If you feel it in your heart to share a little monetary gift with our singers, we'd like to invite you down in a good way. Walk into the sacred circle. Maybe put a little dollar bill down, a little $5. Our singers that can get a bite to eat later, or get something to drink, or a cup of coffee. Oh, we say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Oh.
Thank you to each and every one of you who brought something to place on that blanket. Donation to those singers out there. Okay, to each and every one of you. Drums, we will have these chairs back to your areas as soon as these final 2 songs are finished here. So you guys sit tight. We do apologize for that, but it's got 2 more songs and we'll be getting those back to you. Come to our final 2 songs of this first Gord Dance session here at the 40th Annual Gathering of Nations Powwow. Thank you to all you Gord dancers and all you ladies in shawls. Thank you very much for being here and for sharing this dance, sharing these songs with us. Thank you, singers and dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear you Show some more appreciation for these beautiful songs. Thank you to our head gourd dancer, Mr. Dwayne Harris. He will be back to lead our dancers tomorrow if he's so inclined. That's my way of asking you, hey, brother, help us out again tomorrow. And thank you to District 6 and Tommy Spotted Bird, our relatives out there. Aho, akiha, ura. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those black chairs belong to singers. We need them to go over to those drum areas. There should be so many per drum. So if you are under the spotlight and you are not a singer, you need to be out of those black chairs. Thank you very much. We've got security coming to help us put these back together. The singers there, out there at the center drum, they brought some. They want to tell you, sing those drums out there here for the powwow. Thank you for letting them use them. We appreciate you guys. It has been a pleasure to help my brother here, Joaquin, my daddy, our relative. You know, I was glad to have him doing this gourd dance and to be able to sit alongside him, share his microphone, and identify some of our good folks being honored, so on and so forth, and all of that. So a big thank you to you guys. We're going to turn the microphone over here in just a moment. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Joaquin Hamilton.
Thank you, Brother James. Again, too, I'd like to say thank you to all you singers and dancers on behalf of the Powwow Committee for coming out here and expressing yourself in a good way through our good gourd dance ways like that. As we prepare for our evening grand entry, our drum roll call, we just feel good tonight. So I just want to say thank you. And at this time, like James said, we're going to turn on over here to Dennis Bowen as we prepare for the evening. Thank you, thank you. I hope.
All right, Joaquin. Oh, yeah, way to go. Dancers line up in the corners and your category will dance in on the grand entry. The Eagle staff, the head dancers for this session, and the Miss Indian World contestants will come in the center row on the other end of the circle. And dancers, you remember where you're lined up. So let's begin lining up. Grand entry at 7 o'clock. We'll do a drum roll call about 15 minutes before 7, 10 to 7. So singers, we're thankful that you're here. And as we teach our young people, our singers, our traditional singers, they have always been part of the traditional leadership in our communities. And so these singers have their leadership, and when their elders, their people ask them to sing the appropriate songs, the songs that are needed, they're ready. And so we thank our singers, some who traveled a long ways on the Powwow Trail. We're going to roll up this green carpet and take it back to the Doubletree Hotel. Hey, not even, huh?
Sorry to interrupt once more. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got a chair from the drummers here and you know it, bring it back over to the singers area, please. We had some of our singers or participants borrow them. They were brought right back. Some of y'all out there went and grabbed these. If you know that those folks are sitting there, nudge them. Nudge them. Tell them they need to bring that chair back. These are for our singers here. These guys came a long ways to share these songs. And nobody wants to have to hear me admonish anyone about something as simple as chairs. So if you came over here during that session and grabbed a chair so you could sit on the edge of one of them rows, be that person and bring that chair back. Don't be that other kind of person. Back to you, Dennis.
As we get ready for the lineup, we'd like to honor, acknowledge some of the veterans who are here.